I've always told people that Raila Odinga is going to be declared the next president of the Republic of Kenya. And whenever I tell them so, they always ask me about three questions. The first question they always ask me is, where are the numbers? For those who've been following the politics of this country, and especially the politics of Raila Odinga, last year was not a very good year for Raila Odinga, politically speaking, because William Ruto was so keen on disrupting Raila Odinga's strongholds. And many people believed that William Ruto was going to outrun Raila Odinga at the coast and in Western Kenya. As things stand today, Raila Odinga is back fully in charge of those regions. The second question they've always asked me is whether Raila Odinga can actually win the presidency without the support of Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka. For those who've been on this platform for a long time, there's something which I've consistently said about Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka. He's one man I highly respect. And if I were to vote and you remove Raila Odinga, the second person I'd vote for is Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka. Because I believe Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka has what it takes to become the next president of the Republic of Kenya. And I also believe that he's been able to hold the Ukambani region for a long time. But with the help of those three governors, Raila Odinga might really just get some good votes there. And he can cancel that with the votes from the larger Mount Kenya region. So I tend to think that even without Kalonzo Musyoka, Raila Odinga can still win the presidency. But it's my belief that with Kalonzo Musyoka, nothing can stop Raila Odinga. Unlike Musalia Mudavadi, Raila Odinga can win Western Kenya without Musalia Mudavadi. That's a fact, and we are going to see it in August. The third question they've always asked me is whether Mount Kenya region can actually support Raila Odinga. The truth of the matter is that Raila Odinga has never received any support from the larger Mount Kenya region throughout his political life. And the other truth is that this is the first time Raila Odinga is going to face the mountain. So that will be decided in August and will also depend on other factors. So in this video today, I want to try and explain to you guys how Raila Odinga will easily, or why Raila Odinga will easily win in 2022. Basically in August. We are in March. How many months to the next election? Only 5 months. So it's not a matter of waiting. But before we do all those, if you're watching this channel for the first time, I want you to take a second or two, click the subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue to thank you guys for your continued support, because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. So the best thing, give it a thumbs up, share, and drop your comments. Let's begin. Why do I believe that Raila Odinga can easily win the presidency? Let me ask you this question first. Do you think Raila Odinga will win? Ile votes imepigwa. Do you think Raila Odinga will win the presidency in 2022? Yes or no? For one to be declared the president of the Republic of Kenya, the rules are very clear. You must get at least 25% of the votes cast in at least half of the counties. So which means you must get, we have 47 counties, so you must get 25% in 24 counties. That one Raila Odinga will easily get. The other requirement is that you must get 50% of the votes plus one vote. That's why Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka is key. Because if Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka will be on the ballot, then it can interfere with the mathematics. And therefore, a rerun might be occasioned. And that's why his value is, as we speak now, are so high up there. So the fact is, Raila Odinga can easily win the presidency because he can meet those requirements, 50% plus one vote and 25% in half of the counties. The question then is, how can those numbers add up? How will Raila Odinga manage to achieve those feats? Because it's not easy to get 50% plus one vote. The truth of the matter is that Raila Odinga supporters believes very strongly that Raila Odinga has always won the presidency, but the victory has always been stolen, and therefore this time around he only needs the deep state. What Raila Odinga needs, in my view, is not even the deep state. Raila Odinga simply needs what he has always called level playing field, where he goes on the left, Ruto on the right, there's a referee at the katikati, then their goalpost. Then they start playing. That's what Raila Odinga needs. And this is how Raila Odinga can easily win. Number one is the Azimio la Umoja. If you are honest, most of you believe that Raila Odinga's politics came to an end with the death of the Building Bridges Initiative process. But immediately Raila Odinga came up with the Azimio la Umoja. So this Azimio la Umoja is going to deliver the presidency to Raila Odinga. The question you are asking in your heart is, how is it going to deliver the presidency to Raila Odinga? How is Azimio la Umoja going to deliver the presidency to Raila Odinga? Very simple. I want us to go to coast. I want us to go to coast, for example. At the coastal region, there's ODM, there's UDA, and now there's the emergence of PA associated with Amason Kingi. Amason Kingi is a member of the Azimio. So his party will be competing against ODM down there. So they might win 1, 2, 3 seats, gubernatorial, Senate, MPs. But they'll be mobilizing their supporters to support Raila Odinga. So that's how they'll be able to lock Ruto out of the coastal region. Let us use the case of Meru. In Meru, because of Azimio, Raila Odinga now will have a partner in the Mbas. So Mbas will be able to sponsor candidates. In Meru, they'll have Kiraitu. In Embu, they'll have Leni Kivuti. In Tarakanidi, they'll have someone. Isiolo, they'll have someone. All of them will be looking for their votes. At the same time, looking for Raila Odinga's votes. Because in those regions, sometimes it's very difficult to sell ODM as a political party. But it will be able to sell those other parties, but the presidency as Azimio. In Northeastern province, President Uhuru Kenyatta has technically locked William Ruto out of that region because of Azimio. So Azimio will also help Raila Odinga through agents. Previously, what used to happen is that Raila Odinga could not raise agents across the country. So in the larger Mount Kenya region, what they'll do, they'll end up giving Raila Odinga agents who are actually the NIS guys. This time around, in if you use that kind of example, this time around, at the presidential level, Kiraitu Murungu alone will be able to provide agents for the presidential candidate, apart from Raila Odinga's agents. You go to other places, like if you go to Western, a place like Bungoma, Trans Nzoia, there's a huge presence of Democratic Action Party there. So they'll be able to provide agents where Raila Odinga is not able to. And they'll also be able to wade the attacks from William Samoei Ruto and his brigades. So Azimio will help in agents. The other way it will help is perception. Politics is a game of perception. The mere fact that in Trans Nzoia, Natembeya is doing so well, definitely means Azimio will do so well there. The mere fact that in Pokot, West Pokot, Lonyangapu is doing so well would mean Azimio is doing so well there. So it will also help with the perception that majority political parties are coming together just to support this guy. Why? So many people will then join in. And the most important aspect of Azimio is the ability to organize rallies for Raila Odinga. Politics is a game of perception. Now, Raila Odinga will be in Meru County tomorrow, Thursday. Peter Munya will be able to mobilize his troops. Kiraitu Murungu will be able to mobilize his troops. That rally is going to be major. I've just watched a clip of Raila Odinga's tour of Wajir a few moments ago. I'm actually shocked by the turnout. This is possible because of the Azimio, the way Azimio has been organized. So Raila Odinga will lose in terms of members of parliament, like in a place where there's a strong presence of ODM and other partners. There's going to be a problem for him. But as much as he's likely to lose some of the seats, which in my view is also by design, President Uhuru Kenyatta is handing over the presidency to Raila Odinga, but he doesn't want him to control parliament. That's the truth. Maybe if you need analysis on that, I am willing to do it. The president is going to hand over the presidency to Raila Odinga, but what is avoiding is a situation where Raila Odinga will enjoy absolute majority in parliament, probably for reasons which are well known to the president, and your guess is as good as mine. But if you want me to analyze that, let me read in your comments why I strongly believe that President Uhuru Kenyatta is handing over the presidency to Raila Odinga, but not parliamentary strength. So that's the first thing, Azimio. The second thing which is going to hand Raila Odinga the presidency is the Mount Kenya. Mount Kenya region is going to hand Raila Odinga the presidency. How? The first way, let me just begin by Mount Kenya. Raila Odinga has never received votes from Mount Kenya. It's always 2%, 3%. Uhuru Kenyatta last time got, I think, was it 94%? So it means Raila Odinga is going to Mount Kenya, not necessarily to win. In fact, in Mount Kenya, Raila Odinga is not going to win. William Ruto is going to lose in Mount Kenya. That's the honest truth. And William Ruto is not going to lose that he's going to lose. He's going to win but lose. How is this possible? How can you win and lose at the same time? As we speak now, any vote from Mount Kenya region coming to Raila Odinga is a loss for the deputy president. I can give you the example of Kiraitu Murungu. That vote of Kiraitu Murungu in the last election, it went to Uhuru Kenyatta. This time it will be going to Raila. That vote of Kanini Kega and his supporters went to Uhuru Kenyatta. This time they are going to Raila Odinga. So basically it means any vote from the larger Mount Kenya region to Raila Odinga is not necessarily a win for Raila Odinga, but it's a loss to the deputy president. And that's going to help Raila Odinga win. Because the deputy president bid is actually pegged on the support he's going to get from the larger Mount Kenya region. And you know that the deep state, and that's why William Ruto and his brigades are really crying. The deep state always influence the outcome of elections in so many ways. The first way is voter turnout. I can assure you the voter turnout in the larger Mount Kenya region is not going to be the way it has always been. I think in the last election they were around 89% or 90%. This time around it's going to reduce. So the moment that turnout is going to reduce like this, already you've lost. Ruto has lost those votes. Raila Odinga is not getting. It's Ruto losing. The other way is voter inflation. Of course, on the turnout, you know, even the sick people, nobody will bother going to the hospital to pick sick people. Yeah? So that's the first way. The second way is voter inflation and deflation. Raila Odinga has really suffered in the hands of the deep state in the larger Mount Kenya region, where NIS agents are always deployed as Raila Odinga's agents. So what they normally do is that they collude and deflate Raila Odinga's figures. So if Raila Odinga gets 50, he's given 5, 45 gone. If Uhuru gets 202, he's given 302, 100 votes. So those inflation and deflation can only be done in favor of Raila Odinga this time round, not to his disadvantage. And because of that, Mount Kenya region is going to be very tricky for the DP. Raila Odinga is going to surprise people in the larger Mount Kenya region. So far, they are saying that his rating is now between 27% to 40% based on specific counties. I was talking to someone and he was telling me that it's not sure that Meru, Kirinyaga, Embu are leaning towards Azimio. The only place he was not sure of is Tharaka Nithi. And I was reminding this guy that I've always participated in ODM campaigns in the past. And one area where we've always believed that the votes are normally stolen is actually in Tharaka Nithi. The turnout there is normally very good for Raila Odinga. The last time we went to Kathwana, we were shocked there. You remember even there was some chaos. Some people tried to disrupt the rally at that point, and the residents there really repulsed them, for those who followed the politics of the last election. So the Mount Kenya is going to hand Raila Odinga the presidency. Take that to the bank. The third thing which is going to hand Raila Odinga the presidency is William Ruto's own mistakes. His narrative. The truth of the matter is that William Ruto had a very good narrative. The hustlers versus the dynasties. It changed from that to bottom up, and nobody is able to explain the bottom up. The other thing is that they campaigned Raila Odinga, and now there's nothing new they can tell the people. Early campaigns is what is going to cost the DP. Because you need to tell the people that Raila Odinga is bad. You need to tell the people why they should not vote for Raila Odinga. But what is the timing? If you started telling them 5 years ago, then campaigns are now, then what are you telling them? There's nothing new you cannot tell them. There's nothing new you can now tell them which you have not told them. So if it was a matter of decision, they are deciding. And if it's a matter of timing, it means Raila Odinga can now go down there and prove these people that whatever you've been told is not the truth. The truth is this, this, and that. So William Ruto's own mistakes, the narratives, the early campaigns will hand over Raila Odinga, the presidency, to Raila Odinga. If his team just held on a bit, waited, and started hitting on Uhuru Kenyatta late in the day, it would have worked. But now, right now, for example, if Ndindi Nyoro talks against Raila Odinga, he's being perceived as fighting Uhuru Kenyatta. If they say that Uhuru Kenyatta should not be forcing Raila Odinga onto the people, then they are telling those people that Ruto is also being forced on them. If they tell those people that, for example, Raila Odinga stood with Uhuru Kenyatta and therefore they should pay the debt, they are reminded that Mzee Kenyatta would not have become the president. So a lot of mistakes there. The fourth thing is the Mandela moment. Let me assure you, the idea of Mandela's moment, I don't know where Murathe came up with that from, will hand Raila Odinga the presidency. In this country, there are Kenyans who believe that Raila Odinga has fought, and at his age, he just needs to be given the presidency. I was reading a comment, several comments. There was this photo of Raila Odinga. I think, where was this? There was a photo of Raila Odinga addressing a rally, and he was given a seat to sit on. And Tanga guys were really mocking Raila Odinga that the guy is old, is a senile, and cannot sustain a campaign. And I was reading the comments there. Most people were reminding these guys that this guy is old, so it's time now for us to reward him for what he has done for the country. So the truth of the matter is that Mandela moment is the main reason why someone like Kalonzo Musyoka can actually now agree to support Raila Odinga. That's why Gideon Moi is willing to support Raila Odinga. That's why that Mandela moment is the reason why, for example, Uhuru Kenyatta is able to support Raila Odinga, because he believes Raila Odinga can only rule for 5 good years. If Raila Odinga will decide to rule for 10 years, that will be up to him. But everybody understands that Raila Odinga can only go for 5 years. Then another team will be brought on board. That's why William Ruto is not very happy, because if Raila Odinga becomes a president within 5 years, then someone else can actually emerge. So Kenyans are willing to reward Raila Odinga based on that Mandela's moment. Just serve for 5 years, try to fix things, and then go. And lastly is the handshake. When Raila Odinga entered into the handshake, his supporters were very angry. Uhuru Kenyatta supporters were very angry. The truth of the matter is that Raila Odinga supporters accepted that handshake. Uhuru Kenyatta supporters took time to accept. It's when they are now accepting. But that handshake has really helped Raila Odinga in so many ways. Number one, it instilled confidence in Raila Odinga supporters that Raila Odinga still had or has a chance of becoming the president. The truth of the matter is that the hopes of Raila Odinga becoming the president of the Republic of Kenya disappeared immediately President Uhuru Kenyatta was sworn in. So they knew the only option for them was the resistance. So in Raila Odinga as the people's president and secede. So once they had the handshake and they started working, then that sense of confidence started coming to them. When it was clear that the president was not going to support the deputy president, their energy was re-energized. So as we speak now, Raila Odinga supporters believe that Raila Odinga can easily become the president. Why? Because of that handshake, because of the support of the deep state, and because they believe Raila Odinga has always liked only one thing. The other way that handshake has helped Raila Odinga is the fact that Raila Odinga has used it so well. Instead of going to the street, which would have worn him out, Raila Odinga just enjoyed launching projects here, going to Kisumu, opening up this place, you know, in his capacity. I'm sure that even his people have managed to get a few contracts here and there. So Raila Odinga campaign now is not that struggling. And because of this handshake, he's been able to brought on board, for example, the Mount Kenya Foundation. Mount Kenya Foundation will deliver the larger Mount Kenya region and will also deliver the presidency to Raila Odinga, because you've seen them meeting with the Northern Kenya, and that region is now locked. We don't know the next place they are headed to. I don't know what you think, but I tend to think that because of those reasons, Raila Odinga will easily become the next president of the Republic of Kenya. I'm not ruling out the possibility of Ruto, but I think 2022 is not William Ruto's moment. Thank you guys, and may you have a good day. Bye-bye.